It's currently one of the most watched Indian series on Netflix. Anubhav Sinha's IC-814, The Kandahar Hijack, is getting rave reviews from critics and audiences alike. Based on the actual hijacking, which happened back in 1999, the series is not a documentary, but an authentic piece of storytelling. Actress Patralekha, who plays a cabin crew member on the ill-fated flight, is proud of Sinha's vision for the show.
Hi guys, I'm Patralekha and you're watching ABS TV.
मुझ पे भरोसा करें, मैं पूरी कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि हम जल्द से जल्द अपने घर पहुँच सकें.
Speaking of your recent release, IC-814, The Kandahar Attack, you know, I believe there was a lot of convincing involved in joining Anubhav Sinha's show. Tell me, what was that? And now that the show is out, do you think it was worth it?
I think you've done your research really well.
Part of my work.
He wasn't convinced, you know. I knew that he's doing the show and he was writing for it. So I was like, sir, मैं आऊँ क्या आपसे मिलने के लिए? And he's like, आजा. Of course, not knowing that what are my intentions. So I go to him and I'm like, sir, आप ये show कर रहे हो, मेरे को ले लो. So I could see it. He was really taken back. And then I saw him easing into it. And then he was like, listen, you know, I'm just writing. And we will see with time what comes out. But right now, the characters are just like developing. So we'll talk about it and we'll see what we can get you. And I was following up with him like literally every month. And it was also very awkward for me to do that. And not everyone will appreciate this. Let me also tell you. But I guess he saw that hunger, that drive. And then after 6-7 months, he was like, okay, this is a part I think you should do it. I'm like, hell yeah.
हमको 6:30 बजे निकलना पड़ेगा दीदी.
9 बजे का ट्रेन है दीदी.
दीपाली मैं समझ रही हूँ, लेकिन 7 बजे पापा को दवाई देनी होती है ना. दीपाली प्लीज बात को समझो, फ्लाइट डिले हो गई है.
Tell me, how much did you know about this incident before taking this up, and what have you learned after being part of it?
About the Kandahar hijack, of course, we were very young when this was happening, so I don't have like such vivid memories about it. But I do remember like my dad watching it on television, and we had box TVs then, back then. These are just like photos that I remember, visuals on TV, that's about it. Then but also we know about the Kandahar hijack. It is a part of our history and it really shook the world, not only the country. So obviously I knew what it was, and when I got to know sir is writing, I went and did my research side mein jaake ki what it was and what it did to the country.
Everything will be all right.
छाया को चोट लगी है.
Don't you worry. आप बैठो यही, उन्हें मैं देखता हूँ.
क्यों? कौन हो आप लोग? मैं पैसेंजर्स को मार नहीं सकते हो, ठीक है?
I've heard that Anubhav Sinha's sets are very different to any other director's set. Tell me about him and his style of storytelling.
Sir is never going to sit down with you and do readings, which most directors do. But he's going to sit with you and have food. And he will try engaging the person that you are. And I think that's how he brings about the best in you.
एक रिक्वेस्ट है. आपके पास तो फोन है. नहीं, मुझे नहीं फोन करना है. आप फोन कीजिए. अगर कोई फोन उठा ले तो मेरे पापा ठीक है. Please.
I know why this year is significantly important to you, because it's going to be releasing the outcome of your 7 years of hard work.
Yeah.
So how do you look at your journey to this point? Is it like, are you happy with the pace and time it took you to get here?
No, it was really difficult. My 10 years were really difficult, and I didn't know how to navigate it and maneuver through it. Also because I don't have much friends, or I didn't have many friends in the industry. My only friend was Raj. But I just feel like I'm just doing good work now, and with such great artists, directors. So I feel like, yeah, it was worth it.
तुमने कभी सोचा अंग्रेजों में ऐसा क्या खास है कि वो पूरी दुनिया में आज़ाद हैं और हम अपने देश में ही गुलाम हैं?
कुछ लोग गुलाम हैं, हम नहीं. हमें तो आज़ादी है, खेलने की, कूदने की, पतंग उड़ाने की.
Speaking of Raj, the biggest supporter, I mean, he's been extremely proud of your work in the series. How do you look at his achievements, especially like you mentioned about this enormous success of Stree 2?
It's gigantic. I mean, when I first met him after LSD, who would have thought like he would have a film that's going to cross like 500-600 CR in a decade's time? But the only thing that I always loved about him, the thing that I had so much respect when I met him, was his love towards his work. The love that he has for his craft and how he pushes his boundaries each and every time. And I really have so much respect for him.
आप सच में आ गए, आप सच में आ गए, आप आ गए। आपको पता है ये सब लोग आपके पीछे से आपको क्या क्या बोलते हैं? छलावा, चुड़ैल, पिशाचिनी, सोनम बेवफा, ठुकरा दिया तेरा प्यार अब इंतकाम देखेगी। हमारे बारे में क्या बोलते हैं पता है?
क्या?
चंदेरी का देवदास, बर्बाद आशिक, बिक्की बावरा, सस्ता रांझा, मजनू का भांजा, चन्ना मेरे या पागल प्रेमी, दुखी दर्जी, टूटा दिल शहजादा जिसका प्यार रह गया आधा।
Don't mind if I dive a little deeper into
No,
this
absolutely.
first meeting of yours
Yeah,
with him.
yeah.
How did that go? Was it love at first sight or was it a slow courtship?
No, I had kind of met him after he had shot for LSD, and we were going to Pune FTII to shoot for a video, students' video. And I was not comfortable. I was like, oh my God, this guy is a creep. And he is this person. So I really told my sister, ki chalo mere saath chal. And she was like, are you crazy? I said, no, please come with me. I'm very uncomfortable. And she's like, yeah, okay, cool, let's go. And it was an Indica car, okay, the small compact one.
5 people can sit, I think.
Hardly, I think so. So I made my sister sit in between, and I was pinching her. She was continuously chatting up with him. And in my mind, I was like, listen, he's not such a good person, just don't talk so much. And then I think it got a little awkward, and then he was like, so what do you do? I told him I'm an actor and I've done these couple of ads and I'm trying my luck in movies. And then he's like, what ads? And I'm like, this. And then I've done this Docomo ad. And I see he shifts and he's like, oh, that's you. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And then we started chatting up and I aced into the conversation, and cut to we reach FTII. And then I just see how hard he's working for that video. And then I understood the love that he has for his craft, and he's such an amazing human being. So I think things started shifting there.
Raj, it's been 11 years, but I just feel like I know you since a lifetime, and not only this lifetime. I'm sure it's been many lifetimes.
In fact, not just your personal partnership with him, but if I remember your professional collaboration with him during City Light, what a memorable debut. What a beautiful, heart-touching story. I'm sure it must be holding a special place in your heart
Absolutely.
too. What
Absolutely.
memories come to your mind when you think of that experience?
Hansal sir scolding me because I was so nervous. It was my first scene, my first take, my first shot. And I was super nervous, obviously, because I knew that it's a movie and there's Hansal sir, there's Rajkumar, and they were already big names, right? And sir never screams, yeah. Sir is the kindest soul on earth. And then he screamed at me, and I was like, okay. But I didn't feel bad. I was like, okay, forget this. The ice has been broken, and let's just go for it. The worst is what's going to happen is I'm going to falter, but I'll get up. But that kind of broke the ice for me.
All right, what next for you? How soon do we get to see you after this?
So I suppose, I think, I'm not too sure. There'll be no releases this year, but I've got Savitri by Phule that's coming out next year for sure. I have a show on Amazon called Gulkanda Tales that's going to come out next year. And I've got 2 other films, but I don't know when that's coming out. But I'm super excited for these 2.
While Rajkumar Rao is basking in the success of Stree 2, his wife is getting her share of praise on the small screen with IC814, now streaming on Netflix.